Oh, let me change my title. We're going to do one more review here. Going to do one more. And it's going to be Rogue versus Northern, just so we can get two completely different teams. Rogue versus Northern. We're skipping a lot of the loser bracket here because I don't really want to watch the Denial games again. No offense to those guys, or the Leftovers Jam or Alpha Sydney Leftovers, because I feel like Alpha Sydney had some good performances, but against Leftovers they did not play very well at all. Have I updated that correctly?
How come you've been doing more best of 5 as opposed to best of 7 for your 1v1 show matches? Also,
it's all about time.
Thanks for producing such quality entertainment. Thanks
for the tenor, by the way. I must be new here. In answer to your question, I have been doing shorter series purely for time constraints. I just wanted to be able to do more in less time. Alright, let's get back to here. I think my title does correctly say what is going on here. Oh. Oh, here we go. So Turbo Kona's back. Did anybody on the panel predict Rogue to win this? And if they did, what were they thinking? Oh, well, I guess they were thinking Remco might miss the ball like that. Remco in the Octane though, day 2 he decided to bring the Octane back, and I think that was a really good decision. He's always looked more confident in the Octane, in my opinion. And it's always just been a more consistent land car. Did the crowd chant USA for Denial, who were a full Canada roster? I'm not sure if they did. JHal42, thanks for the 5 months by the way. I'll try to keep up the good work. Sorry, I nearly missed that one. Getting so distracted with my trains of thoughts that are all trying to leave the station simultaneously. NG isn't going to DreamHack. It's a shame. If NG were a DreamHack, I think that the DreamHack would probably be the most stacked event in Rocket League history, even more so than RLCS Season 3, just because of the presence of Method and Penta, as well as Flipside and what do you call him? Gale and Rogue as well, I guess. But, I mean, for those of you who have just been watching the Flipside versus NRG game with me, we're about to see the biggest difference between Northern Gaming and Flipside for Season 3, and that is defense. Offensively, Northern Gaming were a little bit brute force-ish, and that was working for them because they're all so good at attacking the backboard. Devo, one of the best in the world in that regard. But they were just the best team in the land defensively by far. Were Northern Gaming. They just looked so imperious when they were past their day 1 defeat to or day 2 defeat to NRG. They just looked like a much different team. What happened to Mocket? I don't know what happened to Mocket. Can I link the docs where you can download the replay files? I don't know where it is, so no, I can't. Has Cuxer played a squishy ever? I don't think so. Am I a good cook? No, I am not. But yeah, I really credit a lot of Northern Gaming's strong defense to Remco. I think that he's the best anchor in Rocket League at the moment, and he's always been one of the best anchors in Rocket League. Just such an intuitive and easy player to play with. I've played with him a few times and he's so easy to play with. It's very, for his teammates, it's very easy for them to figure out what he wants to do and where he wants to go and what he wants to do with the ball. And then his mechanical skill and his capability on the ball makes it difficult for the other team. Will G2 be there? No, I don't think G2 are going to be at DreamHack. No. Matt continues to be the goal scorer for Rogue, and Sizz, not the first time being the assister. Sizz, I think, is trying to emulate Jacob in his playstyle, which is not a terrible idea. Did the players at LAN could choose all the items in the cars? I think there was a limited selection, but they did have items that might not be available in their own inventory. And I feel like, oh, what a shot. That was so sick by Remco. Timing his landing just to meet the ball as it's bouncing. Why am I up so late? I'm always up late, dude. Can we please get off Matt cam? Or it's his cam. There we go, Matt again. Such good placement on his shots. This almost looks like he can't believe it. Oh, Remco is going for a pinch clear, but Matt is already over there on the far side. That's so smart by Matt. I love that. It's an underutilized position in offense. It's just like being at the far post. Not just being in the box, being at the far post. Because if you're at the far post and the ball's getting centered from the other side in offense in Rocket League, even if the ball goes to the near post or the middle of the goal, you're still pretty close. And you're facing the play. And if the ball goes back post, you're absolutely close. You're right there with it. And the difference, or the opposite situation, is if you're positioned at the near post or in the middle, and then you try to make it up to the ball that's going past you to the back post, you have to, you know, catch up to it, which is not as easy. Yeah, Devo is not able to get that first touch that he wanted. Speed of Devo there, he's up so quick. I don't know if he pre-jumped that. It was close to a pre-jump, certainly. Oh, what placement by Turbo. He's seen a couple of good shots from Matt, and then he ones up, goes one up. Love the pass from Remco as well, just making sure to get as much power on that hit off the wall as possible. Still a lot of work to be done though. That shot was really, really good. It's so scary though when you're against a team like Northern Gaming. Everybody's so capable in the air and everybody's so fast and they all rotate so intuitively. Like, it surprised me that they struggled as much in online tournaments as they did. And I feel like that was probably just down to the fact that they weren't really the best team at communicating. And I don't see them as having a clear in-game leader. At least there's no, you know, Marky Duda, there's no Sizz, there's no person who's going to get loud in comms for Northern Gaming. That was probably the thing I was most worried about. But Remco, not for the first time, or not for the last time this tournament I should say, just barreling through a 50-50. And able to get a goal. Pretty fortunate, but he did well to get a solid contact, if nothing else. Devo's so loud, yeah. Red Turbo, since you're here, what were the comms like? Do you want to tell us anything about that? Because I was wondering what it would be like for yourself, Remco and Devo, because you're all quite quiet personalities. A lot of the time, not all the time. So were comms just very, very silent and organized and calm, or was it actually more animated than we would expect? Yeah, Northern Gaming took game one. Pretty comfortable, despite some very, very good shooting by Matt. For some reason every road game takes longer in the intermission. I don't know why. It's a smart kickoff there by Devo. Intentionally losing it to the side where Turbo is grabbing boost. You talked about everything you did, so you're just saying, well, I mean, yeah, it looked like you were very organized, that's for sure. Was there much motivational, positive affirmation, Turbo? Like, were there exclamations of nice and yes and things like this, or good? I don't know, were you guys doing a lot of that? Oh, well played by Sizz. If you got that past Turbo, that would have been pretty sick. Oh. Still though, Turbo's placement continues to one-up even Matt this series. Northern Gaming, very, very good rotation. Any idea why Pasha got booted from Gale Force? I've got absolutely no clue. You've never heard Remco be happier from a win? Oh really? Are you just talking about the actual win, or like all the wins that you were getting? Or just the grand finals victory? Turbo, great interview at LAN. Yeah, I agree. Okay, now this is the difference I feel between Northern Gaming and Flipside. So let's look really quickly. So this is technically a double commit, right? So we're seeing two players go for the ball at the same time. The difference is they're both going in different directions. A lot of Flipside's double commits that I was criticizing is two players going at the ball from similar or the same angle. And if you come at different angles like this, obviously Devo, I don't know what on earth that is, but as long as people are going at different angles, they're going to land in different locations. And that's good for multiple reasons. You're going to be, you know, recovering towards different boost patterns. You're going to be able to follow up on a variety of different follow-up plays. Whereas if you're jumping for the ball in the same location in the same direction, it's much, much worse. So this is, if there's ever a way to double commit in defense, start beside the goal. Don't be in the goal flying out at the ball. Start beside the goal and sweep across. Doing sweeps across the goal like this, like we're seeing from Remco. Really, really good way to clear the ball because... Wait, I was just looking to see who got demo there, but yeah, it's a really good way to clear the ball because you're getting it to safety a lot more. You're less likely to center it if you're just sweeping it to the side. You're socially awkward and Remco forcing you to do the interview didn't make it better. I think Remco had already done an interview though, right? It was totally fine. The interviews were okay. Like, they were nowhere near as bad as some other esports interviews that I've seen. I have to credit Turbo's positioning again here. This is really well done by him. Not an easy position here. If we look at what's happening, this is technically a 3v1. Matt could have boomed this to the near post and we had Turtle in position there. Sizz is on the back post, so if Matt had put this a little bit higher, that would have gone straight to him. But Turbo's positioning is sufficiently far back that even if Matt shot this ball from a tight angle, Turbo would have been able to save it. And then when it does bounce off the crossbar here, he's able to challenge it, like proactively. He doesn't need to make a read here on what Turtle is doing. He could just go and hit the ball very, very straight, very, very clean. And then Lawler just creams his pants apparently for... So yeah, it's just a standard Devo goal. Looks like the bounce took... yeah, it looks like the bounce just took Sizz off guard. He did not think that was going to happen. It just bounced really far middle. Oh, you heard Rizzo screaming I love PR when you were on stage? That's pretty funny. Oh dear, so Matt's in a really awkward position here. Devo's shot for once is lacking. Should have been a goal there. Matt's positioning was definitely not what it should have been. So yeah, Matt just kind of autopiloting here. Like, well, even though Remco is a clear hit on the ball, Matt's still driving forwards. He should have been waiting beside the goal there so he could drive up the wall and intercept this. But I guess he just didn't see what was happening in front of him. Matt's defense was certainly nowhere near the same quality as his offense. Just positioning wise, he was often finding himself in awkward positions and he's forced into these awkward jumps and weird angles of interception. Whereas if he just didn't drive forward there and waited beside the goal, he would have had a much easier time following up on the clear ball of Remco. Yeah, really, really smart rotation by Northern Gaming in this series so far. Like I said, if they are double committing, they're at least doing it in different directions. Good spread of players. There's so many angles covered here. And all of them are very capable 1v3 defenders, doing a good job not panicking, although just I say that, Devo panics, goes for a block and misses the ball. Stop stopping the stream every 3 seconds. Nah, I'll stop it as many times as I want to. I know you're kidding. It just doesn't look like Rogue have got any way to threaten this defense of Northern Gaming. Northern Gaming just way too capable defending. Like if Rogue want to have a better chance, they need to do less things like this. This is just a throwaway by Sizz. Like, Devo is passing this to no one. This is a free dribble for Sizz. He can just take take a touch there, catch the ball, and then try to take it past Remco, who will probably turn and challenge. But just by clearing it initially, he's just given it to Turbo. It's very poor from Sizz right there. And with Northern Gaming being so ruthless, shutting down Rogue possessions, Rogue need to capitalize on every possession play that they get. Every time they get their hands on the ball, they need to do something good with it. And a lot of the time they're just giving it away here. That's a little bit better. So at least we're getting consecutive hits, and now Matt might be able to follow up there, or Sizz rather might be able to follow up. Their names look so similar from a distance. There we go. Some more. This is when Rogue started passing the ball against Mocket, they looked so much better, and it took 2 losses for them to finally start doing that, but it looks like they're starting to do it here. They realize that they're giving the ball away too much, and they start trying to do better. Am I casting DreamHack? Yes, I am definitely casting DreamHack, but yeah, for sure, turning up for the Swedish females, why not? It's so intuitive, like Remco feels no pressure getting involved in this play. He can see Turbo and Devo running interference and he's just sitting back, waiting for boost at the midfield. Like I said, one of the best players to spectate if you're looking for a good player to put player cam on as a Rocket League spectator in-game. Remco is definitely, in my experience, one of the best to do that. Just use his ball cam a lot, which is one of the things you want to look out for. Yeah, road games for some reason do take longer between. I think we're nearly back into it now. Usually this zoom pans into gameplay. Is DreamHack going to be on Twitch? Yes, I believe so. Don't steal your females, Turbo. How many females do you have? You need to share. I'm sure you got lots of females after your recent acquisition of the world title in Rocket League. And by the way, for anybody who's wondering, I will stream much earlier tomorrow. I want to stream in the afternoon instead of the middle of the night. What on earth was this hit by Devo? Where's the defense? Sorry, I need to pay more attention to this. This is well done by Devo to get so much power on it. Oh dear. Oh dear. The autopilot in defense once again. This time it strikes Turtle. Devo did well to manipulate his car to make sure to get a good hit there, but should have still been a routine clear for Turtle if he just turned at the right time. Should you try controller? Just try it, and if you like it more, then stick with it. If you don't like controller, just play keyboard. Why am I watching this? To learn about the players, the teams, Rocket League at the highest level. Also just to go back and watch the production, because I didn't get to pay much attention or full attention to the broadcast in the first watch through, because I was often in the lobby. Although I was at the Wiltern, I was at the venue for the entire, well, most of RLCS. I missed a couple of games, I believe. But I was often in the lobby talking to fans and, you know, taking pictures and stuff, so I missed a lot of the games, and I need to go back and watch, make sure that I can see what everybody's doing, watch the metagame of Rocket League evolve at the highest level. See, this is one of those positions, I feel like if this was Matt, he would be more to the left here. As Turtle turns to follow up on this play, does he really gain anything by being closer to the ball and also parallel to the play? I feel like he would be in a more serviceable position if he was perpendicular, like looking at the ball, and more to the left here. Like he would have been able to attack this ball a little bit faster and maybe get a goal off this bad clear. But because he's stationed at the near post, ready to follow the ball across, he's constantly playing a game of catch-up. That's contrary to Matt, when I was crediting Matt earlier for waiting at the back post and able to attack the ball proactively when it did spill into that position, that exact same position. Please start pausing every 2 seconds. Okay, I'm on it. Perhaps to kill the play in the center in front of goal? What do you mean? I mean, Turtle's position, it was good sometimes, but I feel like if he was facing the play and more to the left, he would have been in a good position more often. Because you never know what's going to happen with a clear ball. You never know exactly what somebody's going to do unless you read their mind. That's a pretty sick clear by, I believe it was Remco. Remco's just doing so much with his clear balls right here. This is how Northern Gaming dismantled Jam. They just kept hard clearing the ball and Jam weren't ready. And although Rogue have been more ready than Jam were to counter these hard clears, they're not able to, you know, punish Northern Gaming on defense. Northern Gaming are so effortlessly disrupting the attack. Heard a lot of criticism for Leafix saying stopped out. I wonder if that's a phrase from another sport, because I've never heard it before till Rocket League. What does VOD stand for? Video on demand. Stands for video on demand. So yeah, it looked like we were about to see the death of Rogue. They were not threatening Northern Gaming at all. A lot of giveaways. Finally some passing and defense. Really well done by Sizz there to just not allow Northern Gaming to step right in and take the ball for free. Oh, not the cleanest landing. I think Remco is trying to land on the ceiling there to reset his jump and then get a double jump to get back onto the floor. Any thoughts on the caster bias? Well, yeah, of course, the casters could have done a better job there. It's no question. It's worth mentioning though that the crowd influenced the casting quite a lot, and if you can't hear, if you want to like really hype up a play and the crowd are just dead silent, it's really hard to do it, and it takes, you know, a lot of practice, which I'm sure the casters haven't had much of, because although they've casted a lot of Rocket League together and although they've casted a lot of RLCS together, this is only their third LAN cast for a lot of, well, it's only their third big LAN cast. There's been no other big Rocket League LANs that they've casted, certainly no other big crowds, so it's a pretty new experience for all of them, and they don't really have practice dealing with a crowd who are biased as well. It's quite difficult sometimes to just be natural in your hype if the crowd are against you, or not with you even. Was Gibbs hot in person? Yeah, Gibbs was exceptionally hot. Oh, Turbo not trusting Devo there, but Devo did get the center ball. Remco too slow on his elevation there. Is this part where Lawler groans when Rogue go out? I don't think so. Did they lose 3-0 here? I don't think they did. Spoiler alert. There you go. Much better offense. Oh yeah, I remember this. This was so well done. So credit again to Sizz for getting the ball clear in the first place, with some good off-the-wall mechanics, and Turtle slowing down the ball and also bumping Turbo. It's a little bit fortunate that he got the bump on Turbo, but I mean, he was fully intentionally blocking the ball, slowing it down. So beautiful setup by Turtle. But what is your life choices after Rocket League? I've got no idea. I don't know what my life choices are next, like, week, never mind Rocket League. I don't really like to plan that far ahead, I just wing it. I just see something that I like and I do it. Why don't you try to cast some of these lands? I feel like you would be better. Well, I mean, if RLCS offered me a spot on their talent team for casting an RLCS land, of course I would accept it. I'd be a fool not to, but they never have. But I mean, I'm casting DreamHack next, or this weekend, so that's pretty exciting. See, towards the end of this game, this is one of the first times this series that Northern Gaming have been surprised by, well, in particular what Sizz and then Turtle were able to do in the air. So credit to Sizz and Turtle for, you know, stepping up their aerial play another level towards the end of Game 3, catching Northern Gaming off guard. What I think about lollers yelling at exciting moments. I mean, it's not for me, but I'm not all of the audience. So I don't know, maybe some people like it. It's not my style. There it is. I forgot if this was a 3-0 or a 3-1. So you guys are saying that the casters are groaning? I can't remember. Yeah, they're literally groaning. That's not the best. Not the best. What do you call it? Professionalism. It's funny because I always get criticized. People always tell me that if I was casting RLCS, I would be biased towards Flipside, and I guarantee you I wouldn't. Like I was on the desk while Flipside were losing to NRG, and I wasn't like sad. I could put all that aside. I could see the bigger picture. I could see how it's good for Rocket League as a whole. It doesn't bother me at all. He's my least favorite caster. You know I can't say that. Yeah, it's definitely unprofessional. It's something that all casters can work on, I'm sure. Just trying to be less one-sided in their hopes for how a series is going to go. The Northern Gaming thoroughly deserved it. Imperious in defense. Almost flawless rotation. Why do you think they'd never invite me to cast RLCS? I don't know, there could be several reasons. If I was to speculate, probably just because I'm very outspoken and they're worried that I'll be biased, I guess, even though I don't think I would. I'm able to, you know, put that to one side, put my preferences to one side. That's funny, Billy. Nah, NA versus EU is fun. I like it, Watney. I love it. It's good. But you need to live in NA? Well, I mean, they hired Shogun, so it's probably not that. It's got to be a talent thing. It's got to be a talent thing. Shogun's in the lineup, and he's from the same country as I am, so it's definitely not a logistical thing. It's not a money thing, because, I mean, Rocket League's made a ton of money. So it's got to be a talent thing. I guess the reason is because they don't think I'm good enough or reliable enough. That's the short answer. I would def be biased towards F3, I can't deny. No, I 100% deny that. I can turn it off. I've done it before. I've casted F3 multiple times. I can switch it off. It's no problem for me. Even Remco acknowledging the Octane is a better choice. I was glad I talked to him about it and about the breakout choice, and I was like, dude, play Octane.
Well done. So next up's gonna be leftovers.
Like the different. I don't know why. If I'm honest with you, I don't know why it's such a big problem. I'm sympathetic to it. Wait a minute.
Well against Flipside and Scrim, so honestly I don't really mind, but I'm expecting to play Flipside, and considering Flipside does have the LAN experience, I'd rather face leftovers. But yeah, either will work. I think we can beat both for sure.
Great.
Yeah, Remco's right. They were doing very well against Flipside and Scrims. Definitely the best team in Scrims backstage were Northern Gaming. But like I was saying, oh wait, I didn't realize the question.
Because right here it's a bit it's kind of an American crowd, but we can deal with it. That's fine.
Well,
so Remco saying thanks to the Twitch chat for cheering for EU, because I'm sure that there were lots more Northern Gaming fans in the Twitch chat. But yeah, like I said, I've been sympathetic to casters struggling to ignore the crowd bias, and it can be difficult, I admit. It's 100% difficult to ignore a crowd that are really one-sided as a caster. But I don't know how. Like for me, I just think of it logically. I like Rocket League. I see a good goal, I'm excited because I like Rocket League. Doesn't matter if my team gets scored on. I appreciate the goal. It's a good goal. Like it's not a problem. I could just switch it on, like a light switch, or switch off my fanboyism like a light switch if I want to. Express that they want fresh faces that aren't associated with established orgs, but I think you did great this season and they should definitely have you next. Oh, thanks CP Killian. I've said multiple times, I'm not contracted to Flipside, I just work with them and for them because I like them, and I feel like they are doing good work in the Rocket League scene. And they were one of the first orgs, or first like anybody related to Rocket League to reach out to me and like try to help me out back when I wasn't a big name, like over a year ago, or just about a year ago, I guess. Yeah, it was less than a year ago actually, 10 months in August. Season 1 is where I met Flipside, and they were really appreciative of some of the things that I was doing to help their guys back then, with no real incentive at all. So yeah, I'm not contracted to them at all. There's no way a caster can feel pressure by the crowd. Have RCS in Uganda? There's no way a caster. I was about to say yes there is, but then I saw the first part of the statement. Tackle Blowfish, thanks for the 2 months by the way, welcome back, appreciate that. Some casters admit they have friends or teams they're close to and it doesn't affect their casting. Yeah, I'm friends with all the guys in Flipside, but it wouldn't affect my casting at all. Like I wasn't mad when I was on the desk and Flipside lost. I was just like, yeah, this is probably good for Rocket League. Congrats to Energy. I was happy for them. And they played well. Garrett said Garrett had some sick goals. Jacob had some really good setups. Fireburner was really consistent. It was good to see them succeed, genuinely. Like, I'm friends with all the players. Well, maybe not all, but most. So I can usually put it aside. What would your cast style be? Kind of like you did the 1v1 tournament, or would I change it? Well, when I did the 1v1 tournament for League of Rockets, I was really under the weather with a cold, so I probably wouldn't sound like that, because I was having to... Well, my throat was really sore, and I was coughing. Every time... We recorded every single game individually, and right after I was like coughing and sneezing, and it was bad. I have a good caster voice. Thank you, man. I try. I'll be playing games this stream. We did earlier. I'm going to head off right after this, so this is going to be the end of this stream because it's getting quite late over here and I need to be up relatively early tomorrow. Well, I'd say relatively early. I won't say how early because you guys will be raging how not early it is. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm probably going to head off unless there's any final last questions that you want to fire my way, because I need to go to bed. And I'll be streaming again tomorrow afternoon European time. So I always have a cold. I have bad allergies. I wake up with dust mite allergies and I get hay fever. I'm on Twitch full time. Yeah, Twitch, YouTube, content creation and stuff. All that is my full time job. Yeah. There we go. D-Rock19.
Month anniversary, Johnny. Great work at RLCS.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate the resub, by the way. Welcome back to you. And anyone else? Yeah, it's all questions about DreamHack. DreamHacks, yeah, this weekend. Just pay attention to my Twitter and you won't miss anything. Or if not my Twitter, if you miss something from my Twitter, then just pay attention to Rocket League Twitters in general. That's how you can stay up to date with all the latest action. Just make a Twitter account, follow all the relevant people, and you're going to be good. But yeah, I'm going to head off, guys. I'm going to find somebody to host. Shall I host Lachinio? Let me refresh Rocket League, see who's streaming. Yeah, let's host Lachinio. Unless, like, I'll hit my following. Nah, let's just host Lachinio. Alright, guys, go give Lachinio some love. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. Until then, have a great night. Oh, yeah, 800k views? We did it. Nice. Alright, watch Gibbs' video? I might. We'll see. I don't know if I have time. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hosted Garrett G last time, so I'll host Lachinio this time. But yeah, go give Lach some love. Good to see him streaming again. Good to see him back in the content grind. Hopefully that works out well for him. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow, guys.